Have you ever actually looked at the money in your wallet and wondered who really controls this? I mean, not just who prints it, but who has the power to decide if it's valid the exact second you try to buy something? Well, welcome to today's Explainer. We're diving straight into a really fascinating chapter from the Satoshi Journey universe. It's episode 09, The Clean Money, or what the source material calls colorless money. Today, we're going to unpack the hidden rules of our financial systems, compare everyday fiat money with the world of Bitcoin, and look at a concept that might honestly change exactly how you view financial freedom. We've got some incredibly thought-provoking material to cover from the source text, so let's just jump right in. Okay, to really understand this, we need to look at a highly advanced teaching tool used by Satoshi, the mentor character in our story. Meet BitDraw. When it's just sitting there, it looks kind of like a complex, 100-sided robotic dice. It's about the size of a tennis ball, glowing with these bright blue digital logic lines and numbers. It honestly looks like something pulled straight out of a sci-fi movie. Satoshi uses this device to project massive, complex financial concepts so his students can actually see them. It's basically the ultimate tool for peeling back the hidden layers of everyday reality. But here's the coolest part. It doesn't just sit there as metallic dice. The thing literally transforms into a mechanical dragon with glowing digital wings and armor. In our story, Satoshi tells BitDraw to transform so he can project a split-screen reality for a young 23-year-old student named Elisa. He's trying to teach her about equality in the financial system. He says, let's look at equality, taps his pocket, and boom, BitDraw beams this dual reality projection right in front of them, exposing how different monetary systems actually work under the hood. So picture this split-screen projection exactly how Alice sees it. You've got two completely different financial worlds side by side. Over in the traditional fiat world, an everyday guy walks into a physical bank. He's just trying to deposit some cash, right? But there's a catch. The bills he's holding are super old, worn out, covered in weird pen marks and stamps. Now shift gears to the world of Bitcoin on the other side. We aren't looking at a regular citizen here. We're looking at a hacker. And this hacker is taking stolen, tainted Bitcoin and running it through something called CoinJoin, which is basically a digital privacy tool used to scramble funds so they can't be traced. It is a wildly jarring contrast. You've got an innocent guy with messy paper money on one hand and a malicious hacker manipulating digital coins on the other. Now, how these two systems react is what we really need to pay attention to. Over in the physical bank, the teller pushes the cash right back to the man. They apologize, but they say the bill is damaged, has unauthorized stamps, and therefore breaks the rules set by the central bank, or what the source calls the architect. Boom, the money is rejected, it's useless. But then, look at the Bitcoin network. There is no teller. It runs entirely on mathematics. The blockchain network mathematically verifies and confirms the hacker's transaction. The receiver gets the funds without a single hiccup. So the traditional bank blocked a harmless citizen over a physical blemish, while the blockchain seamlessly processed a thief's transaction. Seeing that happen, Alyssa reacts exactly how you or I probably would. She asks a completely valid, piercing question. Wait a minute, doesn't this mean Bitcoin just helps criminals? What's actually good about this? I mean, it's the giant elephant in the room whenever decentralized finance comes up, right? On the surface, the system with the architect stopped bad money from a good person, while the math-based system just let stolen money flow freely. It feels totally backward. It challenges everything we think a financial system is supposed to do. And that confusion is the perfect setup for Satoshi's main lesson. To answer her, we have to talk about a core concept, fungibility. The source material beautifully translates this as clean money or colorless money. Basically, fungibility is the property of money where every single unit is completely interchangeable, indistinguishable, and treated 100% equally by the system. Think about it. If you lend me $10, you don't care if I pay you back with the exact same piece of paper, as long as it's a $10 bill, right? But as we just saw with the bank, fiat money isn't always perfectly fungible. If an authority decides a specific bill has the wrong color, meaning it's damaged or has a history they don't like, they can just strip away its value entirely. Satoshi breaks this down for Alyssa with a really powerful metaphor. He says, good money must be blind. It must not care who holds it. Its only duty is to be a medium. He's arguing that true, sound money has to operate entirely on math, not human judgment. Because math doesn't have a moral compass. 1 + 1 is 2, whether a saint or a sinner is doing the adding. Money's only job is to faithfully move value from point A to point B. The absolute second money starts looking at who is holding it, it stops being a reliable medium of exchange and starts acting like a tool for surveillance. So the crucial takeaway here is understanding the flip side. If money isn't blind, well, someone has to be its eyes. And that someone is the central authority, the architect. If the architect has the power to look at a transaction and cherry-pick which bills or accounts are valid, they suddenly hold an immense, terrifying amount of control over everyone using that system. They can literally turn your purchasing power off like a light switch. That bank teller rejecting a torn bill, that's just a tiny micro example of a massive macro problem. It proves the system has the mechanical capability to discriminate. And this is where Satoshi hits us with a pretty chilling scenario. He warns Elisa that if a system allows authorities to just arbitrarily block your money, one day they might say, hey, your money can't be used because you criticize the government. The narrative argues that this level of systemic, top-down control is actually way more dangerous to society than individual thieves. Obviously, a hacker stealing money is a crime, but an architect holding a button that can financially erase millions of law-abiding citizens just for wrongthink, that is a catastrophic systemic vulnerability. Centralized control always requires trust, and trust, unfortunately, can be weaponized. Which brings us to a brilliant realization. Fungibility is absolutely not designed as a tool for thieves. It's a mathematical shield meant to protect everyone's freedom equally. In the text, Satoshi actually gives Elisa a light flick on the forehead just to make sure this sticks. He wants to physically cement the idea that a mathematically blind system doesn't endorse crime. It simply removes the power of censorship. Clean money isn't clean because it's never been involved in anything bad. It's clean because the network treats every single coin as utterly equal, no bias, no memory, and absolutely no prejudice. Rubbing her forehead, Elisa finally gets it. She grasps this deep, philosophical truth and says, if money can discriminate, we are slaves to money. Talk about a profound shift in perspective. She started out totally worried about a hacker getting away with stolen coins. But she ends up realizing that living in a system where the architect can selectively freeze your funds makes every single citizen a potential hostage. Think about it. If your ability to buy groceries or pay rent relies on the constant permission of a central authority judging your actions, you aren't truly free. You are, as she says, a slave to the money. That realization really leaves you questioning the true nature of the money sitting in your bank account right now, doesn't it? Is your money truly clean, or are there strings attached leading right back to an architect? It's a massive, fascinating question to ponder. But hey, our journey through this universe is far from over. Thank you so much for exploring this explainer with me today. Keep questioning the systems around you, and protitham ipito 10, the infinite printer, to thikha isivitlan.